Let me ask you something. Why do so many people struggle with money while a select few seem to unlock the secret to financial freedom? If you've ever wondered why it feels so tough to break through, especially when you're just getting started, you're not alone. In fact, the journey to building wealth can seem like an uphill battle until you hit your first $10,000. That's right. Once you've got $10,000 invested, everything starts to get easier. Why? Because this milestone doesn't just shift your bank balance, it shifts your mindset. But here's the catch. Most people never make it to this point. Why? They get stuck, thinking that financial freedom is for someone else. Yet once you understand how to break through that barrier, the path to building wealth starts to clear up. And that's what we're talking about today. We're diving into why hitting that first $10,000 is such a game changer and how it opens doors to opportunities you might not have seen before. So grab a notebook and stick with me for the next few minutes because what you're about to learn could change your financial future forever. Ready to get started? Starting to invest in America might seem daunting, especially when so many people are still recovering from financial setbacks like the 2008 housing crisis or the more recent economic challenges brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. But the truth is, beginning early, even with small amounts, can make all the difference in achieving long-term financial security. It's not just about how much you have to invest at the start. It's about building that habit of putting your money to work for you. Even a modest sum invested consistently can compound over time, setting the stage for financial success. For most Americans, getting started is the hardest part. The thought of putting aside money when bills and debt seem endless feels overwhelming, but that's precisely why it's so crucial to take that first step. Once you start, you'll begin to see your mindset shift from simply making ends meet to actually growing your wealth. By making small, consistent investments, whether in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, you're gradually moving towards a future of financial freedom. Let's consider the state of financial literacy in the U.S. Many Americans still lack a basic understanding of how investing works. Without this knowledge, it's easy to fall into the trap of living paycheck to paycheck. But by learning the fundamentals of money management and making the decision to invest, you can start changing your financial trajectory. It's about more than just surviving. It's about thriving and setting yourself up for the opportunities that come with financial independence. If you're hesitant to start investing because it seems complicated or risky, remember this: everyone begins somewhere. Whether it's in the stock market, real estate, or a simple retirement account, the key is to start now. Over time, you'll see how your investments grow and you'll realize that taking control of your financial future is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. Reaching that first $10,000 invested is more than just a financial milestone. It's a game changer in the way you approach money. Hitting this mark in America often means you've moved from merely getting by to securing a solid financial foundation. It's a significant number because it represents stability. Having $10,000 in savings or investments gives you a cushion that most Americans don't have. In fact, recent studies show that nearly 60% of Americans don't have enough savings to cover a $1,000 emergency. So when you hit that $10,000 mark, you're already ahead of the majority. This initial goal also provides a safety net that allows you to make better financial decisions. Think of it this way: when unexpected expenses arise, like car repairs or medical bills, you're not forced into a corner. You don't have to rely on credit cards or high-interest loans to cover those costs. Instead, you've built a financial buffer that can absorb these shocks. This security gives you the freedom to focus on more strategic money moves, like expanding your investment portfolio or exploring passive income opportunities. The first $10,000 is also a powerful motivator. It proves to you that consistent saving and investing works. Once you've reached this milestone, you're more likely to keep going, knowing that you've already accomplished something significant. This amount opens doors to more diverse investment options. For example, with $10,000, you might start exploring the stock market with a bit more confidence, or consider dipping your toes into real estate with a small property investment. And here's the thing: with this foundation, you start to notice the psychological shift that comes with financial security. You no longer feel vulnerable to the whims of an unpredictable economy because you've built a safeguard. That first $10,000 is just the beginning. Once you've achieved it, your mindset shifts from survival mode to wealth building mode. Now, it's all about how to make your money work for you. Success stories. Take the story of John, a factory worker from Ohio who, like many Americans, struggled to make ends meet after the 2008 financial crisis. For years, John lived paycheck to paycheck, barely saving anything. But one day, he made a decision that changed everything. He started setting aside just $100 a month and invested it in a low-cost index fund. It didn't feel like much at first, but over time, those small contributions began to grow. John's initial goal was to reach $10,000 in his investment account. It took a few years, but his consistent efforts paid off. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit and his factory shut down temporarily, John wasn't panicking like many of his colleagues. Instead, he relied on his $10,000 reserve to cover his living expenses during the shutdown. He didn't have to take on debt, and he had the peace of mind to make thoughtful decisions about his future without being rushed by financial pressure. Once the economy began to recover, John took his success a step further. With his $10,000 cushion in place, he started exploring other investment opportunities. He invested in dividend-paying stocks and even started learning about real estate investing through rental properties. Over time, what began as a simple goal of saving and investing grew into a diversified portfolio that provides him with passive income. John's story is far from unique. Across America, people are discovering that you don't have to start with a lot of money to build wealth. By setting achievable goals and sticking to them, many have transformed their financial situations, even in tough economic climates. The key takeaway here is that no matter where you start, consistency and smart investing can change your financial future in ways you never thought possible. Building an emergency fund is one of the most empowering steps toward financial independence. In the United States, unexpected expenses are a reality for nearly everyone, whether it's a medical emergency, a car breaking down, or an unforeseen job loss. Having an emergency fund of $10,000 or more allows you to navigate these surprises without falling into the trap of high-interest credit card debt or payday loans, which often spiral out of control. The peace of mind that comes from having this safety net cannot be overstated. It's not just about money. It's about having the freedom to make smarter, more informed decisions during times of stress. When you're not backed into a financial corner, you can avoid impulsive choices that drain your savings and disrupt your long-term goals. For example, an emergency fund gives you the breathing room to wait for a better job offer, rather than jumping into the first opportunity out of necessity. Financial experts across the U.S., from personal finance books to top financial advisors, emphasize the importance of setting up an emergency fund before diving deeper into investments. It's one of the basic principles of financial literacy. Protect yourself first. While some people may be tempted to invest all of their money in high-return assets like stocks or real estate, having a liquid reserve that you can access quickly is crucial for maintaining financial stability during tough times. Think of your emergency fund as the foundation upon which your financial success is built. Once it's in place, you're free to take calculated risks, invest in growth opportunities, and work toward wealth accumulation with the confidence that you're prepared for whatever life throws at you. It's not just a buffer for today, it's your safety net for tomorrow, keeping you on track toward financial freedom. Reaching $10,000 in savings or investments isn't just a milestone, it's a turning point. This amount can fundamentally change the way people think about money. In America, where financial stress is all too common, having $10,000 tucked away gives people a sense of control over their finances that many never experience. It's a psychological shift as much as it is a financial one. When you've saved that much, you start seeing opportunities instead of limitations. Once you hit that $10,000 mark, something amazing happens. The snowball effect kicks in. You realize that building wealth is possible, and it motivates you to keep going. Whether you're investing in the stock market, buying real estate, or exploring other ventures, you're no longer just getting by. You're actively growing your financial future. You've moved from a reactive stance, where you're always playing catch-up, to a proactive one, where you're planning ahead and making strategic choices about where to allocate your resources. This amount also opens the door to new financial strategies that might have seemed out of reach before. With $10,000, you can explore more sophisticated investments, like diversifying your portfolio with different asset classes or venturing into real estate. It's also a great time to start considering passive income streams. Something as simple as dividend-paying stocks or peer-to-peer lending platforms can begin to contribute to your overall financial growth without requiring a lot of extra effort. Finally, reaching $10,000 allows you to feel a level of financial security that empowers you to make smarter life choices. Whether that means pursuing a new career, starting your own business, or investing in personal growth, you're now operating from a place of stability. You have a solid foundation, and that's what ultimately sets the stage for long-term wealth accumulation and financial freedom. So now that you've seen the power of reaching $10,000, the real question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? You've got the tools, the insights, and the strategies to make that financial breakthrough happen. It's time to take action. Whether it's building an emergency fund, making smart investments, or simply getting started on your wealth-building journey, this is your moment to turn financial security into a reality. But don't stop here. Let's keep the momentum going. What's your next move? Drop a comment below and share your goal, whether it's saving that first $10,000, paying off debt, or diving into real estate. And hey, if you found value in this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the tips that could take your financial game to the next level. Your future self will thank you.